All right, YouTubers, welcome back to War Thunder with the Angry Nerd. Now, my wrist is still in a brace, so this is not going to be a gameplay video. I'm going to take this opportunity to answer a question that I get quite often, and that is how I create the thumbnails for my YouTube videos, or at least the War Thunder thumbnails. So if you're expecting some gameplay in this video, I'm very sorry. I'm not really supposed to be playing. I sneak in a game every once in a while, but yeah, my wrist is still in the brace, so sorry about that. So let's get right to it. How I make the thumbnails. We're gonna make a thumbnail here for the T-34 American heavy tank, and what I usually start off is I start off in the game and I go to custom battles and I create a custom battle. I pick a map that I think will be relevant to whatever tank I'm trying to showcase, but we're not going to go through that whole thing. I drive around on the map, I find a good spot, shoot some rounds off, and then I save that replay. And then I come over here to replays and I have T-34 footage. Start that replay, then I can get the camera positions I want and get the angle and stuff that I want for the tank, and that's where I get my image for the thumbnail. So we're going to leave out of War Thunder and we're going to pick up in Photoshop. Stand by. Alright, so now we're on the desktop. We have my folders open with Photoshop opened in the background. And the reason I'm showing you this is just because I keep all of my previous thumbnails. I have them divided into nations. So the T-34 is American, so we'll open up the previous American thumbnails, and we have the T-29 thumbnail, which is really close to the T-34, so I went ahead and opened that up. So this is the T-29 thumbnail, so we're just going to make a few changes on this. We're going to drop off this yellow ring that I created. I did that because the T-29 was a premium. So anyway, we're going to hop over here to the text T-29 and we're going to change that to the 34. Alright, so this is the image. It's almost the exact same pose that I used for the T-29, but we're going to copy this. We're going to come over here and pull this in. So it's down below here. Let's drop this, delete this layer off. What is this layer? I don't think I need that. So now we've got the T-34 image in here that I want. I have my Angry Nerd right here. The opacity set down to 75%. I think I'm going to drop that maybe a little bit more. Drop it down to about 50. So it's kind of see-through. I have my logo already on here, the star, everything I need. So we're going to come back to the picture that's in the background. And what I have is I have a preset up here that is for pencil drawing. So before I start that, I'm going to make a copy of this layer, the photo layer. So I'm going to duplicate this layer. Alright. Now you don't have to, but I like to switch these so that I have the layer 2 and then the layer 2 copy. I'm going to make the original layer 2 disappear. Now what we're seeing is the copy that I had behind it, and that's what I'm going to apply my macro or my effects to. Now there are plenty of videos on YouTube that will show you exactly how to set this up. I can't do it. It's a pretty long process, but if you use this a lot, you don't want to have to go and do it each time. You want to set up one of these macros, I guess you would call it, and then all you do is just select it, hit play, and it applies all the stuff. It creates like a recording of each step that you do, and then you don't have to do it each time. So this is how I'm able to do this pretty regular. If I had to do this each time, I would not do it. So let's go ahead and apply this. There it is. So it has created a pencil drawing effect on that background photo. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going ahead and put the front initial picture back up on top. I've made it visible, and this is going to be what I work with. What I'm getting ready to do is take the eraser tool right here. Let me enlarge it. Okay, you can see it floating around here on top of the tank, and I'm going to erase the color image and let that pencil drawing show through on the background. And what I'm going to do is erase it all the way around the tank, but not erase it from the tank itself, and that will give the background in the white, and the tank will still be colored. So I'm going to speed up this process because this takes a really long time. So stand by. All right, 1000%. If normal speed is 100%, yeah, we've increased the speed to 1000. This is quite time consuming for me, but I'm using the sharp edged eraser tool, and I get around the small corners, the outlines of the hull, and then I increase the size of the eraser tool a little bit, and then when I have enough cushion between the tank and the area that I have erased, I will increase the size of the eraser tool and take off the bigger portions. But yep, it's quite time consuming. Make sure you're using the sharp edge, because if you're using the faded edge, it bleeds over. You don't get, it's quite a crisp line, which, you know, I do use that, especially when the vehicle's sitting in soft ground or sand or something where the tracks are in contact with the soft ground and the ground comes up over the tracks. I will use the faded edge of the eraser tool for those areas. It makes a better transition. But yeah, takes quite a while, but I hope you enjoy the end result of it and how it looks. Okay, so now we have all of the background, or the foreground, removed. This is a layer that was created in the pencil drawing effect that I applied called details, and you can see it creates like the more sharp little edge. So there are some areas now that I want to erase from this detail layer. I'm going to change the brush from the sharp edge, which I was using, to the faded edge. And we'll just remove some of these little detailed edges from the tank. remove some from the background there. And sometimes I take it off the tree line here. All right, and that is the T34 thumbnail. I'll take and save this as a JPEG so that I can put it into YouTube. And when I'm doing my actual videos, I'll knock off all of these layers. I'll come up to the T34, knock off the drop shadow off of it and the heavy tank. We'll copy this and then we will paste that in another file so that I can use the letters in Premiere Pro when I'm making the video. So yeah, that's how I make the thumbnails for my videos. I hope you liked it, and I don't want to show you how to do the pencil drawing because I had to learn that from somebody else. It would be better if you went on YouTube, if you want to know how to do it, and look up Photoshop pencil drawing, and there's a couple of videos that will explain exactly how to create this effect. And I think those videos deserve the views if y'all want to learn how to do that instead of me actually showing you how to do that. So look those up if you're interested in knowing how to create that effect. If you liked this video, like it. If you didn't, don't. Subscribe if you would. But as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Nerd out.